Howdy, guys. What's going on? Yeah. How's it going, everyone? Busy morning today.
Yeah.
Adam's just coming in.
Yeah.
I was working on this tearing into the Gojo loss, which is just off screen. You guys can't see there. Here you go. Tearing into this guy this morning.
Oh, you live streaming that?
Will be. Yeah. Not today. Not yet.
Oh.
And probably over the course of a few live streams.
I think ours will be here in like a week or two.
Okay. Good timing. That'll probably be about the time when I'm ready to do the first of the live streams.
So if you guys are watching, we don't have them yet.
Yeah.
So if you pre-ordered, it's probably will ship in about a week or two. We just get them early so we can do the reviews early. That's all.
Big boys. Kotobukiya sent this out directly, which is cool.
To you.
Yeah. So that's nice. Sent a couple of things. That and this one here.
Oh yeah, which I believe both these are coming on the next shipment. Yep.
This is so Guren.
Yes. So we do want to thank Kotobukiya for doing this because it's awesome that they send us this stuff early so we can get the reviews out and let you guys know what the stuff's like.
Yeah.
In a timely fashion.
And what else is coming in? I'm sure people are going to be asking, number one, about the MG narrative. That's not coming in yet. Yeah.
I think the Canadian distributor got it in.
So that means we should
be getting it in pretty shortly. So just kind of keep an eye out. As soon as I know, we'll send an email letting you guys know that we'll have it within like 7 days, so you can update your addresses if you need to. But we have not gotten a shipment notification yet, which just means it's not in California yet, or it might be there and they just haven't packed it up yet.
So still waiting on that.
Yep.
I got mine early and we'll be live streaming building that this afternoon. So if you guys want to check that out ahead of when the kit's coming out, if you've not pre-ordered it yet, if you want to check out what the kit's like, I'll be live streaming it. You can
we still have some available for pre-order, but they're dwindling. So, yeah.
That and the Glory is the other one I'm sure people are waiting on, and so are we. We don't know. Yeah,
supposedly on its way.
Yeah, so that type of stuff. We've talked about this before, but like we don't have detailed tracking information for that kind of stuff, unfortunately.
And it's interesting dealing with those kind of Chinese third-party companies.
We have less information.
Way
basically.
Less, we're told things, and then sometimes it's not what we were told for the better, and then sometimes it's not what we were told for the worse. So it's
always kind of a little bit up in the air. It's not like dealing with Kotobukiya or Bandai where we have information we're getting directly from the company and everything's basically in writing there.
Right, it's an adventure.
So hopefully that preempts a lot of the questions that we're going to have for today. But before we get into it, here's our giveaway prize. Backstory for this is you guys may recognize a giveaway prize that was donated to me for the giveaway for the fundraiser live stream that I did. Unfortunately, the winner, I was not able to send it to them due to the country that they live in, and it was going to cost like nearly $400 to ship to them. So unfortunately, we had to sort something else out for that winner. This one we can re-roll for today. Yeah,
very cool kit. They only released this once, right?
I believe it did get a reprint at one point, but it goes online. I checked. It goes online for pretty high, so it's relatively hard to come by. At least at this point.
First did that one.
They did the RG first, which was cool. I
don't remember RG. That. I know there's a Cosville regular release, RX-78 2.0.
Right? Yeah, an older one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one also hasn't been reprinted for a while. Yeah. So it's like that and the G3 version as well. I think both of those.
G3 we have in stock now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's actually in stock.
Well, there you go. Check it out. The 2.0, awesome kit. But that one's based on a 3.0. Someone asked in the post which one it was. I want to say it was Revan actually that asked about that actually, who's in the chat there. But he asked if I can review it first. Well, let's say if the winner wants me to, I could do that and then just send it to them. Sure.
Because you basically have to build it and they won't be able to build it then. So.
Yeah, but some people might prefer that. I mean, I've had people inquire about getting a commission just snap built kit, basically. So, I guess I'll ask the winner if they want it to. But all right, let's get into some questions. But anything else coming in?
There's a lot of stuff coming in. I just got a bunch of invoices yesterday.
We had a bunch of other Kotobukiya stuff as well coming in.
Was it the Guyane from the new seed kit? might be showing up.
I think
I think that one's coming next week. And there was like one or two other 30-minute missions. 30-minute Sisters was on there that was new, and then a bunch of restocks, like the High Grade Bawu was on there. Bunch of other stuff, a bunch of restocks.
When that comes in, we'll have a post for you guys, a blog post that'll have all the restock information on that.
Yes.
Okay. Questions. Let's see. Let's get into
number
some
one.
questions.
I swear Chris is
always at the top. I think it's because he is our favorite. Could be.
I don't feel like this is an order of submitting. No,
it's not. It's definitely not. Because if you look,
is Chris a top fan or something, and that's why it puts his things?
Maybe. Chris, you're a top fan on Instagram.
Is Chris still on here?
He's there.
Okay.
I saw him. He asked, favorite subject at school, least favorite subject.
Huh.
It depends on which school you're talking about. If you want to go back to
we'll just go from all-time school.
Primary school or
primary. Oh, college, I guess, would be non-primary.
Yeah. I mean,
or are you speaking like Korean school terms here?
Before college or like college, we're talking. College is like a whole different beast because that's you have much more say over what you want to study, right? Where at before college you have less options.
For the most part, I guess. I feel like it kind of is the same because you still have you have to take certain classes in college.
Not if you go to art school. I did have to take. We did have to take one. I think what was it?
You still have to take biology and stuff for
no.
What?
No,
it's not a trade school. Is art school a trade school?
It's an art school.
All right.
It's an art institute.
So my favorite class of all time, favorite would be actually physics.
Really?
Yes.
I did not enjoy physics.
I loved physics.
Too much math.
Yeah, I don't mind math.
Yeah.
I like math a lot, and physics. The classes I hated were all English, which I guess is always kind of.
That explains a lot.
Hated. I'm like, why am I writing stuff on these books? The dumb books.
Somebody else already wrote the book. Why do I got to summarize it?
Right. And then you're like saying, well, this is what I think the author thought. And then the authors will come out and be like, that's not what we thought, what I was writing.
I'm not sure if an author is going to read your paper.
No, because like you'll write it, but like people will write, critics, and the author's like, that's not anything at all. But
I have an interesting story about a writing class, actually. In high school, I took an AP writing class, which was supposed to count for like college credit, but for whatever reason, my school didn't accept it. So I had to take a writing class.
Probably because an art school.
Maybe, I guess so. So I had to take a writing class, and it at the end of the semester, our final paper was we were supposed to write about what we learned in the class. And so I wrote a cheeky paper about how I didn't learn as much as maybe other people, or I don't remember exactly how I worded it, but I didn't learn much because I'd already taken the class essentially the year before. I actually got a really good grade on my paper because I wrote it well, but there you go.
Yeah. So your favorite class?
It wasn't my favorite class, although I did enjoy it. Actually, I had a philosophy of religion class that was super interesting. That was really, really interesting. I actually enjoyed that quite a lot. And because also right around the time, at that time, was the rebuild of Evangelion series was coming out. So Evangelion was also kind of hot in my mind. And so philosophy of religion kind of tied in really well with that. You're looking for Jesus's.
Yeah, once you said religion. So yeah, there's still two that I could see, but you found most of them.
I don't know. Adam's got these tiny little Jesus figures that he's been hiding around in my office and then also in the warehouse. So there's some in the warehouse, right?
No.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, well, anyway.
I just pick on you.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. So backstory, I got them from my daughter, and my daughter did not like these Jesuses because they had their hands raised. She wants the Jesuses with the hands because that's what her school gave her. So then, I don't know, what were we talking or something one time about them, and then I started hiding them in here.
Yeah.
So.
And there's so much stuff in your eye that they're just invisible to me. I can't even see them at all. But in high school, I didn't like physics because it was too much math. Fortunately, in my high school, as a 4-year high school, we had to have 3 years of math. So my 4th year, I didn't have to take any math at all, which was great.
Nice. That's cool.
Another anecdote that I remember from 3rd year in my trigonometry class, because I was in AP math. So I was smart enough at it to be in the advanced classes. But then once it got too hard, I was nah, It's not for me.
Done. No more.
But in my trig class, I asked my teacher, why do we have to learn this stuff? Because like I'm never going to use it. And he gave a like really poignant answer and said like, we're learning this not so that you can remember these exact equations that you're never ever going to use, but just to learn how to learn this kind of like advanced math kind of stuff. So I thought like, it's a good answer.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that. The guy was kind of a dick, but anyway, that was an interesting moment. I didn't really like the teacher generally, but yeah,
Nice.
art I always enjoyed, of course.
Yeah, I did physics 1, 2, and 3. And then I did physics in college 1 and 2.
How come you didn't become a physicist?
Right.
Yeah, wasn't in the cards, huh?
No, so I'd sell Gundam kits.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Will we see a RG Zaku 2.0? Johnny asked. I kind of doubt it, but it would be cool.
I would be willing to bet it depends how well this one does. If this one does, the RX-78 2.0 does extremely well, I would be willing to bet then they would do a 2.0. If it doesn't do, whatever benchmark they have, probably for like their first year of sales or something like that, then we might not see one for a while.
But it's fair to say they have it like in the planning stages just in case.
Yeah.
And they're waiting to see if they're going to move forward with production of it.
Yeah.
It's probably a fair guess, but yeah. What kits do you recommend besides PG, because I'm broke, that have a long, intricate build, some MGs and RGs? I finished so fast it leaves me wanting more. Good question. Well, there's some MGs that are like huge and would cost a similar amount to a PG.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking like cost in mind, the Masquerade Barbatos comes to mind immediately.
Some Zoid kits. I mean, if you're stuck on Gundams only, then you're kind of limited. But Zoid kits are very good. Depending on which one it is, will take a while to build. Metal Gear kits are pretty extensive. Something in Kotobukiya. A lot of Kotobukiya kits have a good amount of parts to them and are very well done.
Intricate.
Right.
Well.
I haven't built any Motoroid kits, so I don't know how. I don't feel like they're that intricate.
They're not.
Okay.
They're not. Great kits, but
right.
No.
The third party.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Kits from In Era are really good. A lot of parts. Well, they're just like a Master Grade. They're sometimes cheaper than most Master Grades.
Yeah.
And then their own designs. Look for third party kits that their own designs, and they'll have a lot of good gimmicks and a lot of good parts, and they're very well constructed.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion, because basically anything from Benda, you're basically paying for the amount it's going to scale, right? So the more you're paying, the more parts, the less. So if you want more parts, there's kind of no option. With Bandai. But there are some MGs that are a bit more intricate, I feel like, than others. A lot of like the Verkaz, for example. But good.
You're gonna pay obviously more for those. One that wasn't that much was that Double Zeta Verkaz. I thought would be more expensive than what it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's actually not.
That one's got a lot in the box. Yeah, it does. So that'd be a good one too. Elf. What is that? Elfer such. What can somebody who lives in an especially humid climate do to get the best results with airbrushing? Air conditioning. Yeah. Doing it inside. But you need good ventilation and a mask. But you need the air conditioning to control the humidity.
Humidity controlled environment.
Did you watch X-Men 97?
No.
Yeah.
Do I want to? Sure.
Do I want to? Not really.
I watched the other day. It was really. I'm not done with it.
Okay.
It's really Vikings on Netflix.
Ooh.
Very good so far.
Not a big Vikings fan myself, but okay.
Did you watch Shogun yet?
Nope.
It's done. Watch it.
All right.
It's really good.
Possibly.
Very good.
What did I watch recently? Oh, I watched Parasite. Parasite spelled with a Y.
The live action one?
The series. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Korean series. It's based on a Japanese manga, and then there's a Japanese series, which I think has 2 seasons, and there's a Korean series as well. We watched the Korean series. It was good. It was cool.
Watch the anime.
The anime version of that? Okay.
I'm assuming it's the same thing.
I would guess so.
Like the parasites in the person's hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Korean version, it's in their head, though. It's a little bit different.
But
yeah. So I was telling my wife, I wonder if they're going to make like an American version or a like English version, like in London or something like that. Because, in the story, it kind of takes place throughout the world. They could have make other different versions in many other different countries. Would be kind of interesting. But yeah, it's good. Check it out. Let's see. You guys watching TV? No, I don't watch actual TV ever. We don't even have like hooked up at our house.
The only live events or like regular TV I watch would be sports.
Yeah. I watched the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm watching like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus.
What do you think the next PGU will be?
If I would bet Zaku.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Do you think Bandai will make an RG Justice version GCP like they make the RG Sazabi Fukuoka? I don't know. Possibly. I guess they made like the RG Sazabi as like a counter to the 1-to-1 scale new Gundam that they have there.
Right.
And in China, they have the 1-to-1 Freedom Gundam. So as like a counter to that, a version of the Justice. It's an interesting idea. I kind of doubt it, but
yeah,
possibly.
If they did, it would just be for that.
Yeah, for that Gundam base. Like with the Sazabi. But the Sazabi, at least here in the US, was available on like the P Bandai site. I don't know how that did the rollout of that might work. It was sold here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the P Bandai. I think so. You guys can fact check me on that. I think I saw it on there though. Sure? I want to say.
So it's a Chinese. No.
The Fukuoka Sazabi with like the big claws.
I think you're right. The real grade one.
The real grade,
yeah. Okay. Don't they have a master grade? No,
I don't think so. Okay. They haven't made one.
Okay.
The Neo Zeong is the largest HG Bandai currently makes. Is there another super large over-the-top suit or mobile armor that you'd like to see produced? Yeah, the Big Zam. Anything else?
No, I don't.
I'm surprised they're making the boxer unit for the Huckbane Super Robot Wars kit. That's pretty cool. It's going to be not quite as big, but
it's pretty good.
Pretty big.
A lot of the big giant mech armors, I don't know what their names are. I know there's a lot from the Hazel novels, isn't there?
There's some really big ones. Yeah, from Advanced Zeta for sure.
Yeah.
One of those would be cool, definitely. And I mean, Bandai seems to be keen on making Advanced Zeta stuff.
What was the unicorn? The thing.
The Shamblo?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool too.
Yeah, that'd be pretty big.
A lot of the designs, I'm not super into the mobile armor designs as much, but there's some ones that would be cool. Yeah. I have. If Gundam have a trading card game in the US, do you think it'd be something that you would carry in our shop?
Yeah.
If we could get them.
I mean, we get the Dragon Ball Z cards and we get the One Piece cards. So if it's issued by Bandai, then yeah, we would get them as well.
They have had a number of different trading card games over the years.
We haven't had them here though.
But if you're ever in Japan, you can find a bunch.
The only thing we got close was those box art cards.
Yeah.
We only got, it was during a promotion, and we got like 100 packs. We were out in a day. It was not that. But that was before Bandai. It was like Bluefin, I think, back then.
Zlaxi. So what do you think is the most bang for your buck kit that's out? Well, like you said, some of those third-party kits would probably would come to mind.
Yeah, I would. Also depends what you're into, because it's kind of an open, because you can get stuff that you might not like that's a good bang for your buck. So just find something you like, and if it's a price point that you're fine with, then it's a good bang for your buck.
I would say like the RG Sazabi also is one that comes to mind too. Love that kit. It's a bigger RG kit. It has a bunch of parts, and it's really nice. So I like that one. But in honor of this week's giveaway, what's your favorite red mobile suit?
Sazabi.
Oh
no, Sinanju.
Yeah, let's say Sinanju. Or how about this? What's your favorite Char mobile suit? We might have this question come up. But...
the Delta? No. Hakushiki. Thank you. Yeah. Delta variant.
Yeah, I was gonna say Char or Char. What is it?
What's his
The
name?
alter ego.
Yeah.
But
Quattro, right?
yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah, the
But that's
Hyakushiki.
not red, but
Yeah, this is a Char mobile suit, so
Yeah.
that works. I would say, yeah, probably the Zaku too. I guess it's classic, but the
Didn't
Sazabi
he-
is pretty cool.
he had a Zegok too.
Mm.
What had he had? RX-78, which technically we never even.
That was like in a game,
Yeah.
something I don't know.
Zegok, Zaku 2. He had his. Did he ever have a Zaku 1?
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't think it was red. It
Was it in
not
Origin,
pink.
though?
Well, yeah, in the Origin, yeah, there was a red Zaku
Yeah.
1 kit. Yeah. So I imagine it was in the movie. I don't know.
I
I
can't
didn't see
remember.
it.
Yeah. Was it Sazabi,
Mhm.
Hyakushiki, the Rick Diaz?
Mhm. Yep.
Is that it?
It's probably something that I feel like we're forgetting.
Yeah.
Gelgoog.
Oh yeah, Gelgoog. Yeah.
Love me some Gelgoog, so I think I might have to go with that one actually. But I do prefer just the standard Gelgoog colors more than the Char's colors. I have to say, it's not my favorite color scheme, but
Then you got the Char. Was it Full Frontal, which had the Bawu
Yeah.
variant? Sanju.
A Gyaradoga as well. He had a red Gyaradoga
Yep.
as well as the Ribao, yeah.
Mhm.
And Stanju. In honor, well, let's see. I just read that one. The man in the middle said, Bionicle sucks. Did you ever build any Bionicle sets?
Yes.
That
Did
was
you?
kind of like, yeah, but that was probably like right around that time when we were kind of getting a little too old
for Legos?
for that stuff. But yeah, I did build a couple. They were cool.
We're not really. I still build Legos. So.
Oh. Fair enough. Yeah.
No.
Just built that LOZ set the other day, to be fair, with my kids. They had a lot of fun.
Did you release that video yet?
Yeah.
No.
Check it out.
I will.
Now that your poll is done, what kits did you consider your personal best custom work? So he's talking about my polling that I did for the top, or here we go, I've got it right here
Yeah.
on my screen. Yeah, my 100 builds. My personal best custom work, that's hard. I don't know, because it was interesting to see what people voted on. Of course, anything that was not Gundam got voted out in the first round. People love the Gundam stuff, but there's a lot of, I mean, like looking back on some of this stuff, there's a lot of my works that I'm quite proud of. So as far as like objectively best, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm surprised the Moon Crab made it to the finals, made it to the very end. The Zaku ended up winning the Hamability, or the Psycho Zaku. That's what ended up winning. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's just a ton of parts with that kit. There's some good stuff. What are some tools you say complement the building experience?
You say Gundam nippers.
Yeah. Nippers, knife, sanding sticks.
Part separators. Any USA
Part
Gundam
separator,
tool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Any USA Gundam tool.
Yeah. We focus on the essentials. Anything that we make in our tool line is what we would recommend. They're essential. Just let's see. What artist work would you most want to see adapted to mobile suits, similar to Marutoys or Nachin tanks? I don't know. I'd have to think.
I don't remember the name.
You got that book that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you look through it?
No, but I've seen a little bit of it. I've flipped through, but
there's I forget who it is now, and it's
kind of
stupid, but they looked like refrigerators. Remember these? And they had like bumper stickers all over them, and they're like bright orange, bright yellow, and I think they had rabbit ear type antennas. I forget the guy's name. I even talked to the guy. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. This is when we were making our Apex kit, and then I asked him if he wanted
with licenses, designs.
Yeah. And he said he was in the talks already with somebody, and then they never came out. So maybe I should reach out to him again.
Maybe. I can't think. I'm sure there's. If I looked through Twitter, I'm sure I could find stuff. Although I will say, Moi-san, who designs the Nachins, he has a bunch of other designs that he does that are not Nachins, but other different kind of like mecha stuff. That's also really cool. So he has a lot of stuff that could be made into model kits aside from just the Nachin stuff. So that'd be one thing. What's that?
You can do Legos up to 100 and
no more. Oh yeah, because on the box says like what?
Yep.
What?
To
0 to
99.
99 or
Yeah,
something.
that is true.
Right. Once you get to be 100, they don't sell them to you. It's like trying to buy alcohol as a teenager kind of thing.
Yeah,
They'll
they
card
card
you.
you.
How was the experience in building the Iron Kong PK? Long.
Which is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
A lot of parts.
Yeah,
in
a
these
lot
Zoid
of
kits.
parts.
It's gonna be even longer with your.
Yeah. Which is why I'm gonna break it up. The Iron Kong I built in one sitting during the live stream, and it was like, I don't know, it was like 4 hours of that, like 8-hour live stream was just that one kit, something like that. Plus probably 8 hours or more of just prep time. Yeah, just getting all the parts ready before that. So it's a lot. What's your favorite RX-72 color scheme?
I like the G3. The like blue, gray. I do like that a lot.
For me, probably the real type colors. I like the colorful one there with the greens and reds, black, yellow, and white, all kind of all together.
You know what I didn't mind too was that that camo one that they did. It's not a real RX-78 colors. They did it, I think, with what, Ape clothing line.
Maybe, yeah.
And it had like the camo green and like
Green.
the olive durab. And
Yeah.
That I did not mind a lot. That looked not bad.
Bape colors. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
G3 with purple. Big surprise that Chris likes that one. The G3 design I used to like a lot more, and I saw this question come up and I was thinking about it before. And I thought, like, I definitely prefer the real type colors these days. But what's the last kit that you built that really amazed you? Adam.
Was it the blockade?
Yeah.
The Hexagear blockade.
You built that at
I
our
was pretty amazed by
build
that.
day.
Yeah.
That was a pretty amazing kit. The Hexagear kits are always so cool, though.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
don't get as much love.
Speaking of like intricate, detailed kits, those are definitely worth mentioning.
Yes.
Too. Really amazed me the Mega Man roll kit from Kotobuki. That was another kit that Kotobuki just sent that I imagine we maybe also have on the way. I don't think we have it in yet.
It might all everything you got is probably on the order that we'll get. Yeah. Like next week or the week after next week.
It's my first time building one of their Mega Man kits. It was really cool. Yeah, very nice. Let's see. What's a good way to finish bare plastic Gunpla, clear coat, and panel line? Yeah,
pretty much.
Yep, panel line and clear coat. I mean, matte top coat, in my opinion, I think looks probably best. But
do you know who that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course. He never comments though.
No, he just likes posts.
Which for Mercury kit would you like to see as a MG or RG? Good question.
Calibarn.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool. There's some awesome designs there.
There is. I also like what's the red one?
Deribaldi.
Yeah.
I
think I always say the red one. Yeah, Deribaldi's really nice too.
Yeah, that'd be cool as an MG. I'd be perfectly fine with just more of those designs, just getting full mechanics builds too.
Yeah.
Just in 1/100 scale would be nice.
Because they only did the aerial and that was it, which they could easily do others that I don't know why they don't, because they assume that it would sell well. So
yeah, I don't know. Yep. So the Lafrith too, the first one that they came out with in the line is it's still one of my favorites from the line to this day. So would love to see a 100 scale of that. But we'll see. All right, I'm gonna switch over here. Where are we? To some questions from Facebook here.
The FB.
Look, we had 93 questions on Instagram. There's no way we went through all those. I must have missed some. But are SD kits worth it to build, or are they just for kids?
Yeah. Especially master grade SDs.
I was just gonna say, if you're interested, but if you're worried that they're a bit too simple, try the MG SD kits.
Right,
They're great. Yeah, they're like SD kits for adults, but they're all for kids or adults or whatever. Yeah. A kid could build an MG SD or vice versa.
Yeah. If you like it, then it's for you.
But I mean, there's definitely certain SD lines that are better than others. The MGEX or the SDEX ones are super basic.
Yeah. Whereas the
cross silhouette ones are a lot nicer. So if you want something that's like still pretty cheap, SD, but like really nice. Try the cross silhouette kit.
Right.
Um,
And you get the inner frames too.
yeah, yeah.
Which I think are sold separate. From
Depends on the
actual-
release.
Yeah.
Some of them, so yeah, check on that. Sometimes the frame to make it as like the cross silhouette form, the little bit taller one, is included. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah, it's weird.
We haven't got those frames reissued for a while, have we?
They were on the last, so quarter 3
reissue.
The gray and the white were
Okay.
are supposedly getting reissued.
All right, fingers crossed.
And then all of them are all the other regular ones are getting reissued.
Nice.
Like
The Cascade too.
yeah, all
Cool.
of them were on there. So
Let's see. A couple of questions there that we already answered. Let's see. Do you think they would ever build a factory in the U.S. for Bandai or Kotobukiya, maybe up in North Dakota or South Texas or something? Yeah, in some remote area where the rent would be cheap. Would make sense, but I don't think so.
yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, there's not. It may seem like there's a lot of demand, but like in comparison to like
Other
Japan and
yeah.
China, it's just not near enough to warrant that, I wouldn't think. And then the logistics would be a nightmare. How much we talked about this before, like
Yeah.
if they're going to produce one kit here and one kit there, or produce some of that kit here, then they need 2 of the molds, and the molds
Yep.
are expensive.
Really expensive.
So probably not.
And it's not just one mold. They'd have to make
Right.
a new mold for every runner that
Yeah.
goes with that kit.
Yeah. Which line of kits do you feel needs more love? HG needs more appreciation, I feel like. We get the most number of HG kits, but I feel like, and people like them, but everyone's always talking about, when's the next MG? Where's the MGs?
Yeah.
Probably just because we don't get very many
Right,
of them.
and we get tons of HGs.
Yeah. But HGs are great.
Mega size doesn't get a lot of love.
That's true. Yes. It's a very good point. We should not forget our beloved Mega Size. Mm-hmm. We need some more. And just reprints of the existing kits. I want an MG or a Mega Size Age 1.
Yeah, those aren't.
Mhm. But to Max's point there in the chat too, RE100, yeah.
Mhm.
I want to see some more RE100. I hope that line's not forever gone in
I
dead.
feel like we always think, and then boom. Although, what was that one that was behind the glass? The
I don't know.
it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Is the green one? It's bigger, chunkier. Why can't I think of the name of it? That is like the next RE, and then it never came to fruition.
I don't know. I can't remember that.
Chat knows.
Chat will possibly
Chat will
know.
They make a high grade of it. It's almost like a ball looking guy, like an egg with legs, and not Kshatriya. All right, we'll move on.
Kapool?
No, not the Kapool. That's not green.
Oh, it is a green. There's a green version and a
Is
blue
there?
version.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Depends on the Turn A version is green.
No, it wasn't the
Double
Kapool.
Zeta version.
No. It wasn't the Kapool.
I don't know. I would love to see an RE1. I would love a Master Grade Hygog, but an RE100 Hygog would be awesome to see.
Let's see if I can find an image.
Okay. While you're looking for that, Giacomo asked, what kit do you recommend for keeping connection? What do you recommend for keeping connection points attached to the rest of the kits? I constantly have arms and legs or attachments pop off. Well, first thing I would say is make sure that you press them on all the way, because a lot of times, especially on MG kits, they make those connections pretty tight for the arms and legs, just because the arms and legs are going to be heavier, so the connection needs to be good and strong. And it can be tough to really push it on there all the way. A lot of times you may feel like you did, but if there's still like 1 or 2 millimeters gap there, that'll cause them to fall off easier. So if you haven't pressed on all the way, it would work.
We're talking about joints.
Yeah.
Joint tape.
There's that too. Yeah. And then of course you can use tape or super glue or
Yeah.
paint or whatever to tighten the joint as well. But yeah, it shouldn't be popping off that much. 1/100 of all the Goog. Yes. Gushan? No, that's a big round green one.
Gushan was already done.
Yeah, there was a 100 scale of that already. Yeah.
But it was full mechanics.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
No.
George asked, what other big mech Japanimation do you all like? Yeah, not too much for me, really.
Full Metal Panic.
Mm. It'd be cool to see some larger kits of those from Bandai.
Yeah.
MG or something. They could make those as MGs because it's been a long time since they've made a non-Gundam MG, but they did used to make some.
I'm surprised they didn't because they did metal builds of 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah.
So it's
like the
surprising.
Arbalest
and surprising that
Levantine, I think
they didn't go that route. Like if they invested the money for metal builds, then why would they?
That would be cool to see. Master grade Full Metal Panic kits, yeah. When did you guys start doing Gunpla? Probably right around 2000, I think, give or take, right around that time.
Yeah, probably same for me. I really got into it. So Seed would have been, 2000 to 2002, somewhere around there.
Robert asked, "How do you decide which kit to build next?"
Close my eyes and grab something.
Yeah. For me, yeah, it's just kind of whatever it takes me. I mean, there's a number of different things I had to consider, like what's a new release that I need to kind of review sooner than later. And then like kind of among a number of different kits that fall into that category, then I kind of have to choose, okay, do I want something that I can build pretty quick? Or do I have the time that I can maybe grab something a little bit larger and build something bigger? Can't find it.
I'm about to give up.
Just give up.
Yeah.
Your mind is a blur.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
I'll find it. And you'll be like, oh, yeah.
Maybe. Or it might have been something that was an April Fool's or some kind of like.
No, because it was at a hobby show, and it had like that fogged out glass.
Yeah, I can like imagine that, but I just can't think of whatever it is exactly.
It's a UC kit, a UC mobile suit from Xeon. It's big and fucking round. Sorry,
Zoc?
Big and round. Yes, that might be it. It might be that.
Pretty sure that was a fake one.
No.
Search for like Zoc, ZOCK.
Yeah, that was it.
For a Zoc.
No, it wasn't fake. It was at the hobby show. It was like behind that. No, 100%, dude. So now we know what it is. Now I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole trying to find this.
All right. Edgar asks, "What movie are you looking forward to most this summer?" I don't know what's. Oh, isn't Alien Romulus? Is that coming out this summer or fall?
I believe it is.
Looking forward to that. Always an Alien fan. Even the recent ones, which, take it or leave it. I enjoyed them well enough. Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Did you like them?
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. So Romulus looks pretty good. Although in the trailer there's no David, so it makes me wonder where this story is going to be placed. It seems like it's not taking place immediately after Covenant, so I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm sure there's information online. I haven't looked anything else about it.
I'm done going.
My wife and I saw Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. It's pretty good.
I want to see that.
She didn't like it as much as I did, but I'm a longtime Planet of the Apes, like big Planet of the Apes fan. Yeah. So
I watched like a deleted scene thing where
from that.
No. It was from the last one.
Alien Covenant.
No,
or Planet of the Apes.
Okay, Planet of the Apes. Where like one of the apes is telling Caesar, is when they were in the not the ape, the human. Was it the last one? They were all like captured, and it was like a military base.
Yeah, and like in the snow.
Yeah,
like a mountain like dam or something like that.
Yeah. The main head guy there was telling Caesar that he met the guy that was in the first one that helped create and that he had killed him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a deleted scene that was shown.
I want to go back and watch that one because that's the one I think I saw it once at the theater and I haven't seen it again since then.
They're all really good. I mean, they don't get the credit that they deserve, I think.
I'm a fan. Have you seen like the old ones?
Yeah.
All the old movies?
There's only 3 old ones, right? Or
5.
There's
4? 4 or 5.
There's the first one.
Yeah.
And then there's
Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Right.
And then I can't.
That's the one where like they had like the weird humans lived under there. They had big old brains and stuff.
And then the nuclear missile there.
Yeah. And then they had the one where the apes went to the past.
Yeah.
And then they had the ones where the apes took over. Yeah. So maybe it's just 4.
The child of the apes that went to the past was Caesar, and then that's who started the ape revolution.
Yeah.
And there's the TV show too, which I have not seen. I have
not seen that.
Probably not very good, but the old movies are good enough. I like those. Yeah. All right. Anyway, other movies coming out this summer. I don't know. Like when we watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and they show like all the movie trailers, every single movie was either a sequel or a prequel that was coming out. So it's like
there's no more.
No more. My wife looked at me. She's like, "They don't have any more ideas."
They're all out. They're all out. They're going after things that were good, hoping that they can make money because their people are liked it. So,
hey, what do you do?
There's another Jurassic Park coming.
The last one was so awful.
No, it wasn't that bad.
It was that bad and worse.
No, it was good.
It was so bad. Okay. Timothy said, I'm so excited for the HG Bolanox Saman and HG Psycho Gundam Mark II. I would love to see the Jamaru Finn, Gaymalk, and Queen Mansa. What other missing suit designs would you like to see made? Well, for me, the Gaymalk is the one that I would love to see.
Yeah, sure.
Adam doesn't know any of those. Nope. The Queen Mansa, you know, it's kind of the one that looks a bit like the Kshatriya. People thought that we were going to get an HG after the Kshatriya, but they're not.
It has
similar
like a Kshatriya like
it's
wings,
much bigger.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks similar.
Yeah.
It's like much larger though. Yeah, there's a fly. It's been in here since yesterday. The Jamaru Finn, there is an old kit of that in the game. Is there an old kit of the game? I can't remember, but it's a cool design. Yeah, I would love any of those. Same?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What setting do you guys want to see in the next Gundam anime? Something using a previous IP or something new?
I mean, another UC thing would be kind of cool, but something more like 8th MS Team, I think would be fun. It's hard to think of what, for me anyways, a brand new series.
Yeah, I mean, you hated writing. You said yourself.
Yeah, but I am creative, but it just, I don't know.
Yeah. Just based on the question, like reading the first part of the question, what setting do you guys want to see? It just kind of made me think of 8th MS Team because you had like a specific setting. They were in the jungle and then they were in the desert. That was interesting.
Right.
So it'd be cool to see something like that, like in the Arctic or something like a
and you're not
similar
with like
mini series.
Super overpowerful. It's more of a actual like it's a story of people, normal regular people that are just in the like that war, which I thought would be kind of cool.
Now where the setting actually like plays a part, and you think about like in 8th MS Team, like you saw in the story how the Gundams were outfitted, like with the sand covers and stuff when they're in the desert, and when they're in the jungle, they're like sliding down the hillsides and stuff like that. The setting actually like plays a part into like what's happening in the action, which is cool. So it'd be cool to see something like that and some other different kind of setting too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite show from Toonami? If we're talking like original Toonami, because there's like
I mean,
back on with other new stuff.
Let's not do Dragon Ball Z or any Dragon Ball, because that would be. But did you ever watch Reboot?
Yeah, some.
Loved Reboot.
I never watched it enough to love it though, but I did see some of it. Yeah,
Reboot was great.
I would say if we're not including Dragon Ball, then I mean, and if assuming that we're not including Gundam either, then Big O, I guess.
Okay, Big O's good.
Yeah.
So I feel like those two we have to, because it would just be one of those two.
There was some other stuff like what Escaflowne played on there too, didn't there?
Yeah.
I want to say what else.
And then they had like Toonami played at between 4 and like 6 or something like that, and then it replayed at midnight. But midnight would have
other stuff that wasn't in the earlier time slot.
Correct. Yeah.
Tenchi Muyo was another one. Inuyasha, I think.
Inuyasha was on there. Yeah. I like Tenchi.
Yeah,
was good.
I did too.
It had 3. It was weird because it would have 3 different storylines, and it always would restart itself. So, yeah,
there was some cool stuff. Ghost in the Shell. This was before Standalone Complex, so there was no Ghost in the Shell series at that time. Outlaw Star. Yeah, that was
Outlaw
the one
Star was on there. Yeah,
and what's the other one? Cowboy Bebop was on there, of course.
Cowboy Bebop was. Yeah.
Lest we forget, any tips for adding plot plates? Mario said.
Little glue goes a long way.
Glue, scribing or cutting tool. They make like specific like They look kind of like
Punch
scissors. They
out
work like
things?
scissors.
Oh, yeah.
Just basically like a
Cutter.
blades that kind of go like that.
They have punch out tools too. So
Mhm.
if you want squares or triangles or something like
Mhm.
that, you can punch through. They have those tools, which makes cutting way easier.
So check out some different tools. But ultimately, I mean, really just kind of a knife or a plot plate scriber. It's kind of the most basic things that you would need. Let's see. Hakushiki or Sazabi? We kind of already talked about that. Between only those two, though, what would you say?
Sazabi.
Yeah. That's tough. They're so different. Both are so cool in their own way, but they're so different. How would you guys like how do you guys like the Bandai Dinosaur kit or kits? Well, they have three different lines, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, the Gunpla ones.
Yeah,
the regular like museum ones. I forget what they're called now. They have the skeleton inside.
The Planosaurus. That's that series.
Yeah, and then the actual good ones.
The good skeleton ones.
Yeah, the good skeleton.
Those are the imaginary skeleton
ones.
Yes. Those are like just the skeleton. They're like museum looking like skeleton ones. Yeah, those are my favorite too. The Planosaurus ones are great for kids because they have the skeleton inside and then the pieces that go on the outside. And then the
What are you thinking? Gunpla? Is that what
it's not Gunpla. What's the name of the
calcium? It wasn't like calcium or something like that.
Yeah. I can't think of it.
Something weird like that.
It's granite.
Is that what it is?
It's the one where they mix rock powder basically with the plastic. Can't think of the name of what they call it at the moment, but there's those kits as well. Which it seems like they're not continuing to make those. They made a few, and that was kind of it.
Just the Triceratops and the T-Rex, right?
Is that it? Possibly.
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, depending on what you're looking for, but I mean, the imaginary skeleton ones are really cool.
Yeah, I like those the best.
If you wanted something like a little bit more, the Tamiya dinosaur kits are nice too. And then I could just build this guy here too.
The Jurassic Park.
The X Plus. X Plus is making some Jurassic Park specifically kits. But if you wanted something other than just what they offer, then check out the Tamiya ones.
Imaginary skeleton. What we got? The T-Rex, Triceratops, the
Mosasaurus.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it so far. Actually,
do they tease something else?
No, I don't think so.
Why am I thinking of a Stegosaurus? But maybe that was the Planosaurus stuff.
I don't think that they've had anything else that I can think of.
Those three.
Yeah, it was limestone. Is right, but that Limex.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what the plastic was called, Limex. Right?
Unless we're thinking of a cleaner.
Sounds like that, right? Yeah. It does sound like some kind of cleaning product. Let's see. What's the best way to top coat for a beginner? Just spray can. Just get one of these. Here you go. Boom.
Spray away.
Yep, that's all you need right there. Perfect. How long does it usually take for you guys to get a new Gunpla kit already released in Japan?
Ooh, that's a fun question because we sometimes get it. We're getting a kit before the release in Japan.
It's happened. It's not common at all.
We're getting one next week. Maybe it's either gonna be right on
the release date.
On the release date or just before the release date. We've had kits where
it's rare though, so
we've gotten the kit and weren't allowed to ship the kit because the release date already passed in Japan, but there's some licensing issue. So the Bandai had to fix. Yeah. And then we've gotten kits, within 1 to 2 months after release date in Japan. It's all over the place, and it just has to deal with
shipping.
Shipping and logistics from Japan to here in the States. And that's does the ship get held up? How long did it take to fill the ship? Did Bandai have stuff in the containers to load on the ship before release date? Did they do it after release date? There's so many things that go into play, and you could have multiple things that lead to multiple weeks of extra added time, or stuff gets shipped out pretty quick. It's just all over. It's not a exact number.
If you guys ever if you have like a friend or relative that you ship stuff to, even just like across the country, I'm sure you've experienced where sometimes it gets there in 2 days, sometimes it gets there in 10 days.
Yeah,
it's the kind of thing you have to deal with. So
goes to some post office and sits there for 8 days.
Which of the new kit announcements are you most excited about? So like the big ones was like the RG Akatsuki is one, the MG SD Wing.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
And there's some new Seed Freedom kits too.
Is that one that we had thought might have gotten there?
I was not predicting that. I wouldn't have predicted that. And so far, that's kind of how it's been with the MG SD line. I would not have guessed the Freedom for the first one. I was not expecting the Barbatos for the second one, and I was definitely not expecting the Wing.
Yeah,
this one either. So, I mean, in hindsight, those are all like some of Bandai's most popular Gundam designs, so it kind of makes sense. And so you can assume in like the future of the line, we'll get a Gundam, we'll get a Unicorn, we'll get an Exia, we'll probably get an Aerial at some point too, I would imagine.
Yeah,
a Strike Gundam eventually.
Yeah, you'll get kind of all their top. Apparently, my kid's school has been unlocked every day. Last 3 days,
it's been something.
Bomb threats
at that school, or there was a different school
multiple schools.
Yeah,
all over. So Port Orange, Flagler.
I saw the one about in Port Orange. Yeah,
there's like been 6 schools every day.
Crazy time to be a parent. Anyway, they're all. I mean, the Akatsuki looks great.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a hassle to build because you're going to have to wear gloves handling that plastic. But I mean, like, that's how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Like, in the anime, it looks good. The MG SD kits are fantastic.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm excited to find out what the next master, because we don't know what the next master grade is.
Sure. Yep. All right. Do you have a summer hiring program for high schoolers? What do they do? No.
Yeah, that's a short answer. So no, we don't. We do. There's some college kids that work here, and they're kind of like part-time. We just hired Maddie.
Oh yeah.
And then we do hire. We have another guy named Max. He goes to Embry-Riddle here, and when he's in school here, he'll work part-time, but he went back home
for the summer.
Right.
It's kind of opposite.
We've had multiple. We've actually had multiple people that go to Embry-Riddle that have worked here while they're in school, and then when they go back home, for the holidays and stuff, they're obviously off, so they're kind of like just seasonal employees. But it's the same process that we hire anybody with.
We don't do a lot of like specifically or seasonal hiring.
Right.
I don't do that even like at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Rather than like that's the most busy time, like November, December. But rather than just like hiring like, seasonal staff, we just kind of work more.
Like 99% of our employees are just full time here, all everyday employees. Yeah. Just better that way, I feel.
Yeah. Have you ever considered a kind of membership option or tier that offers free shipping or reduced shipping?
So we used to have that a long time ago, and there's not really a good system in place to offer that through Shopify, which is a platform that we have. Because what's given out through Shopify is code, so you have your own specific code. They don't have a way to tag customers to where it automatically gives you free shipping if you're logged in. But because it's a code, then people would share their codes, and so then everyone now is getting free shipping, whether you're hitting the tier or not. So,
but I mean, on the other hand, we do often have all different kind of sales. So while you're still paying the shipping, I mean, there's always different sales and stuff going on. So I mean, like, number one, join the membership because you do get points, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Just having an account and having a membership, so you get points through that. And then there's like I said, sales going on all the time.
Yeah, so. Like almost every day.
Different stuff on sale.
Yeah, there's different stuff on sale. If you haven't already, sign up for text messages, because there's different sales that go out to people that have signed up for text messages versus emails. Like yesterday, we had a Mecha Musume sale. But if you never looked at a Mecha Musume kit on our website, you didn't get that email. So we kind of tailor a lot of our marketing, things that you've looked at on the site, things that you've bought on the site. We had a Hexagear sale. So if you ever bought a Hexagear kit, you got an email that was for a Hexagear sale. Things like that. So a lot of our sales target or go to people that are interested in those products.
Yeah.
So.
There was a big LOZ sale the other day too.
Yep.
We had those.
Yep.
25% off.
Yep.
So
but you wouldn't, if you bought an LOZ kit, I think, or looked at an LOZ kit on our site,
you got
an email for that. And then if you didn't, then you just got our regular email that goes out that didn't have that sale on there. But like I said, also sign up for text messages, because text message subscribers will get sales that aren't given out on like the email notifications, or they'll get the sales before everyone else gets the sale. So, stuff won't be sold out, if they, get the code first type thing.
Max asked, do you guys think that the Akatsuki is going to reuse the Strike MS joint or a new inner frame? I think I'd seen someone say that. I don't know how they got this information, and I didn't look at the information closely, but they said that's going to be a new inner frame.
I don't think there's any way to know yet.
For the RG. That, based on what I've seen, but I didn't look at it that closely. There might have been some text or something said like an all new frame or something like that. But I had seen someone say that it's a new frame, but I don't know for sure. Yeah.
It'd be nice, but
do you get points if you buy in person? I think if you come into the storefront, you can tell Josh your account, right?
Yeah, you just got to tell them the email, and they'll put it in, and then the points will go onto your account.
And Keith asked, are you guys doing a BBQ at the new warehouse?
Yeah, we'll have like a grand opening build day type thing.
Gonna be dope.
So, it'll be fun.
Got some hot dogs, hamburgers.
Yeah, I'll probably be the one on the grill, because
I'll do it.
You want to grill?
I can grill. Get some pork chops, some barbecue ribs.
Pork chops, ribs.
Yeah.
Man, maybe.
Some steaks. Let's go to Aldi's. You don't have to be
I got that
big
Costco
spender.
membership. Now.
Costco membership. All right, Costco steaks. There you go. Let's go get a big. Costco got those big slabs.
Just a bunch of fillets and
Come on in. It's a grand opening. All right. Let's see. I actually want to know, what is your favorite RX-78 to build and why? That's a good question. There are so many. You have one that you would say your favorite RX-78? There's a lot of great options. I would say that probably the HG Revive is still, I think, probably the best all-around kit. That's really cheap. You get a lot of stuff in there. Between that and the entry grade, both of those are great, solid kits, but you have a ton of great options. You have a favorite RX-72 kit?
I like the Origins.
That's true. A little bit more expensive, but well worth it, I think. Yeah, it's a great kit. Nice options on that one too. And then the master grades, pretty much any version has some pros.
Yeah. And neither one of the Revive or the Origins high grade, you don't get like the ball and chain and stuff. You have to buy the entry grade, because they don't even make the weapon set anymore, right? They haven't reprinted that in a long time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think the G30th version did have that.
Yeah, it did.
But that also hasn't been reprinted in a long ass time either. All right. Let's see. Going to keep asking until they reprint it, but when is the MG Deep Striker going to be reprinted? Yeah, I don't know, Victor.
Hopefully someday soon.
Unfortunate, but
it's not going to be at least up to October.
Yeah, so probably not this year. So, try again next year. But I would say they got to reprint it at some point next year. I mean, I'd go 50-50 on that.
It's only had one print.
Yeah.
So they've been reprinting bigger
60-40
stuff here lately. All the perfect grades, the mega sizes, just not the age ones.
Yeah. Space Gal asking, when is the new building opening? We're hoping July-ish.
Yeah. It's up in the, it's supposed to be February. Then it's supposed to be March. Then it's supposed to be April.
Of last year or the year before that?
Yeah. The building's built. I think we're just waiting on water, the city, and then also kind of like the greenery, like shrubs and stuff. They got to paint the road and parking lots. So, I mean, it's almost done.
While they're doing that.
Yeah, it's almost done. So
the interior kind of stuff is kind of mostly what they're just finishing now, it seems like.
Most of the interior is done.
Yeah. And aesthetic exterior things, which is all.
AC's got to be put over there.
So hopefully, around that time, we'll let you know, of course.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy Excuse me.
you.
How happy is Adam that there might be a new G Gundam series? I've not heard of anything about that. Is that a thing?
I thought I heard about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Or some new like spin-off movie or something?
I thought I heard something. I don't know about a
'Cause it's the
series. I
anniversary.
think they're doing like a movie, but I don't know 100%. But am I happy? Yeah, I'll be happy if they make kits.
Yeah.
I mean, am I gonna watch it and be joyful? No.
New kits are always welcome.
Yes.
Max said apparently it's a novel. It's a new manga or a new novel or something.
Okay.
So not anything animated. Anyway,
Even better.
might get some new kits still from
Yeah.
that, which I'll be happy for. It's like the Moon Gundam,
Mhm.
another example of that.
Yeah.
And what's the MG Seed one? The
See,
MG kit that we got. I can't think of the name. Eclipse. There you go. Was also just from a book, right?
yes.
So
it's from a mini comic that they released, like little sections of.
not an animated thing anyway.
I don't think so. I think the comic was just kind of like animated, like you could. I think.
Oh, like a webtoon kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Let's see. Any other new question here?
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
Smash burgers.
No idea. Is that what you're having for dinner?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
my wife's birthday. That's what
Yeah. What are you doing here? Should be like.
she's working.
Well, yeah. All right. Fair enough. Do you think there will be an MG Ariel?
Yeah.
I would say yes, but the question is when. Yeah. Will USA Gundam Store produce a challenge coin? I don't know what that is. What does that mean? What's a challenge coin?
Let's Google that.
Okay, I don't know.
I feel like it's just a coin that you do something for.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's see. There's another good question for you on there. So
Yeah, just shoot for it. Well,
another one here. Ken asked, are you guys excited for the Cosmos PG unit coming in? So we have a PG Cosmos LED set coming in. I don't know about that.
there is, for the unicorn and for the XE, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So challenge coin is just like a coin. This is a big coin, and then you can do whatever you want for people to get it. They can buy it. They can win it. They can.
So maybe in like the Thanksgiving box or something like that could be. So possibly.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, now the PG set. Also, I noticed on Facebook, if you guys commented on Facebook, it looks like there's a spam account that's replying. Don't reply to anything that's not official. Make sure you check on there. If it says click to enter to win or something like that, it's not official. So hopefully, those will be gone. But SoCal Auto Glass. He asked the question we already talked about. What are you most excited for? But Jeremy asked, this is the question I was going to say. It's better for you. What's your favorite cruise to go on?
Royal Caribbean. Well, we went on the Disney one, and that was a lot of fun because I had kids.
What about the Disney? What about the Star Wars one?
Hold on, let me block this guy.
Okay.
Confirm. All right, so all those comments should be gone.
I think I saw more than one account on there doing it. You might have to check, but
let's go through it.
Yeah.
The Disney one was a lot of fun. Royal Caribbean though is probably my favorite as just an adult going on a cruise. But Disney was fun because like the characters are there, they're walking around, so it's more fun as a parent. But what?
Coolest, you know who that is, right?
No.
It's the same one that you asked me about. Coolest USA Gundam employee.
That's Ron.
Yeah.
It's not Ron. That's for sure. All right. It's not Ron.
Space Gal said, Carnival, I'm Diamond.
What?
Diamond class?
Carnival's okay. Carnival's all right.
You're just jealous you're not Diamond.
No, Carnival's food is okay. Royal Caribbean's food is
okay.
Everyone says like Disney cruise food is the best, and it was very good, but Royal Caribbean's pretty solid.
Can't help but notice you're avoiding the
200 plus days. Dang.
Best or coolest USA Gundam Store employee. Can't help but notice you're avoiding that question.
Who is
Yeah,
the coolest?
I would say Matt.
Matt's pretty cool. Matt's pretty cool. We need to figure out how to get him to do a day in the life of Matt video.
I basically just have to do it. Just
Do it.
tell him.
You can just like film
choice.
him while he's just sitting there.
Not have any choice in the matter. Just do it.
Oh man!
Don't ask him about it.
We're the coolest. We're all cool. Everyone's cool. If you guys don't know who Ron is, Zach did do a day in the life video of Ron's kind of daily activities here. So check that out on the USA Gundam.
He's still doing this
Pretty much
same stuff since that video, because that was right around the time when he first started that position that he's in now, his manager position.
Yeah.
And
he had the same. Yeah,
he's still doing that. Yeah. Everybody's cool in their own way.
Yes.
Except for Josh. Just kidding. Most difficult kit you've ever painted? MGEX Unicorn, probably.
When you said that, I just thought of resin kits, but it's because you have to paint everything.
Yeah,
everything is everything.
Barring that, MGEX Unicorn was complicated though because couldn't assemble anything until it's all done. So I've got all these pieces because you have the clear parts for the psycho frame and the LED wiring. So
it'd be a pain in the butt.
You had to deal like top coat. Every single piece had to be top coated rather than like doing like a sub assembly and just kind of top coating that. So it was a very lengthy process. Nothing difficult, but it just took forever. But it's worth it. Great kit though. Love it. All right, let's see, maybe one or two more here. Where do you store your excess Gunpla kits? Anywhere where they'll fit.
Garage.
Yeah. How often do Kotobukiya deliveries come in?
Usually every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we usually get one a month. Sometimes two a month. Yeah. But yeah.
Considering the ramp up in third-party kits and add-on expansion sets and things, do you think Bandai is just sleeping on the market or have stuff cooking and are just being slow to release?
I just think Bandai has so many different lines now that let's just say they make 10 kits every announcement. All right, that's an arbitrary number, but before they had all these different lines, all 10 kits could be Gundam kits. But as they add lines, let's say they're still making 10 kits. Well, now 8 are Gundam,
Kamen Rider,
2 are this,
30 Minutes Missions,
right?
30 Minute Sisters, Pokemon.
Right. So I think they're still pumping out the same amount, maybe a little bit more kits than they always have. But now because they have all these different lines, it takes away from the Gundam kits, and they got to make some of these other lines as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're sleeping on anything. I just think that they are broadening their market and being more diverse with their different lines to make sure they're appealing to a larger customer base versus just Gundam fans, which is smart for a company to do.
Sure. Yeah. There's always going to be things that you would think, well, why don't they make this? Or why don't they make more of this? Of course, they can't make everything all at once all the time, right? Yeah. Speaking of which, did you ever see that movie? Everybody said it's good. I haven't seen it. It's everything, everywhere, all at once, whatever.
I have not.
Yeah, need to watch that. But no. So I don't think it's a matter of. I also don't think that Bandai really pays that much attention to that stuff. I mean, if something's like a copy of their IP, they might go after that. But as far as like anything that's original products, I think they don't really care too much.
Yeah, I don't.
They're doing just fine making the stuff that they make, and
they're not going to look at another company and be like, oh, that company is
making this. We need to make that.
Oh man, yeah. No.
I think the only company that they probably compete a little bit with is Kotobukiya, probably, especially in like the Mecha Musume market. I mean, because you can definitely tell there's like a little bit, kind of back and forth.
I just think that they saw that market was increasing, and so then they went after that market.
But outside of that, not really. Bandai's doing pretty good on their own, I think. So, all right, let's give away, shall we?
Yes.
Let's see. Are P Bandai RG Wing of Light effect parts worth it? If you can get like third-party ones that work with your RG kit, that would be a lot cheaper. I would say go for that. But I mean, I had a set of the third-party, or I had a set of the P Bandai Wing of Light parts for the RG Destiny Gundam back in the day. I thought they were nice, but
If it's something you want, then yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not something you want, then
okay. Window over here. We want this one. Yeah, there it is. Okay,
there it is.
sure. Okay.
Boom.
So this is our winner today. It's gonna come from 3, which is YouTube, where we had 71 comments on YouTube. Here we go.
Generate.
Go.
15.
All right, nice. Easy.
Lemon
Here we go.
squeezy.
Let's zoom if we can. Give me a little zoom action, please. Come on.
Nope.
Zoom you.
This is why you don't buy Macs, guys.
What is going on here?
You ain't zooming.
Why is it not zooming?
If you just put 1, 2.
I'm going to refresh it.
Well, you hit well, I don't know. Hit command. There you go.
Yeah. All right. now it's doing it. Now it's doing it without that. All right. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's William again. I think that's like his 3rd time winning.
Man.
William is lucky, man.
He's on a roll.
I think it's his 3rd time winning. William, congrats, William.
Yes, congratulations. Send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com on the address you want to ship to, and a picture of you logged into your YouTube account. We don't need to see what you've been watching. We just need to see that you are logged in. And then
He knows what to do. It's his 3rd time winning. But for his question, he said, what is the next kit that is announced that you're excited to get your hands on and build?
We answered that.
Yeah.
Master
we did.
SD.
There's some really... We talked about some of the new Bandai kits coming out, but there's some really cool stuff from Kotobukiya
There is
also that's coming out that I'm excited for.
That hexagear, like chainsaw looking thing. I forget what it was called, but that looks pretty cool. They also have a hexagear bird, another like bird looking one that I'm excited for.
It's a bunch of cool stuff.
Yes.
And like new Max Factory stuff too, and like Plamax Good Smile Company model kits too that are coming out. The Moderoi Razafon, very excited for that. But yeah, congrats, William. And yeah, I can get in touch with William if he does want me to review that before I send it to him. I could, but I'll get in touch with him. But that's it for today. Let's see, anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Without you, we could not do what we love to do. So we appreciate it. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for your orders. Just thanks you for being customers.
Yeah. On that stuff, like I said, that we talked about at the beginning, like the Glory, for example, the MG narrative. This stuff is stuff that we know you guys are waiting for. As soon as we get it in, we'll let you know, and we'll be shipping it out. Before we get it in, well, in the case of the narrative, we'll try to let you guys know too. But just hang tight, and that's it for today.
See you next time.
See you. Bye.